So I had an entirely different video ready for this week, but then I watched the Kendrick show, the Pop Out Ken and Friends show. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to shoot an entirely different video now. Because as soon as it started, you felt that something special was happening. We were witnessing a moment in real time, and it was so exciting. And I thought, I could not let this moment pass without having my thoughts be recorded in depth. I needed to really talk about this moment, really analyze it, really digest it. So when Kendrick initially announced that this show was happening, my imagination just went crazy. My brain was coming up with so many different ways for him to torture Drake in a live setting. I was like, okay, maybe SZA comes out and she sings BBL Drizzy. Maybe Serena Williams comes out and crip walks to Not Like Us. Kendrick versus Drake ladder match for custody of Adonis. So many ideas. I was writing fan fiction for a Kendrick Lamar concert. And then you think about the date it was happening, right? Juneteenth, pretty significant date in Black history. Waited with a lot of meaning. I was so excited for this thing, and I had such high expectations for it, and then it exceeded my expectations. Before we get into talking about the actual show, I want to thank Kendrick for thinking about the East Coast. Starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, clutch. Love you, Kendrick, for doing that. That's amazing. And then starting on time, well, 30 minutes late, but for concerts, that's on time. But Kendrick, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone on the East Coast. We didn't have to stay up until 4 o'clock in the fucking morning watching this shit. If only other artists would follow your lead, life would be so much better. So the opener was really an education in Compton, West Coast LA music. I had never heard of DJ Head before. I had never heard of basically 90% of the acts he brought out. And all of them were clearly very talented and very entertaining. You could just hear the fake fans being like, where's Kendrick? Where's Baby Keem? Where's DJ Mustard? Kendrick was trying to put us on. Kendrick was trying to put us on to some new music. Shut the fuck up. If you listen to the fucking crowd, they were having the time of their life out there. They were having so much fun. It felt nostalgic. It felt alive. It felt fun. I could feel the dancing through the fucking screen. It wasn't for you. Everything doesn't have to be for you. Maybe give their music a chance. Maybe you'll like them. Who knows? But it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. It was for the West Coast. Shut the fuck up. After the opener ended, after DJ Head got off stage, Mustard came on stage quickly after. This show went like this. This show was very on its shit. And immediately, Mustard reminded you who he is, what he's done. There was a moment when a lot of popular radio sounded exactly like DJ Mustard, whether it was made by him or not.
I've been spending a lot of time in LA.
It's crazy that Not Like Us was his first #1 single. That's crazy. Because I swear to God, all of his music was everywhere. He was inescapable. Him, The Box didn't go #1. Rack City didn't go #1. That's crazy to me. That's one of the great things about this run this year from Kendrick, is that he's really paying deference to producers and what they do. Using a beat from Mustard on Not Like Us and having Mustard be a part of this show, this moment, it feels very purposeful, of course, because Mustard shaped Compton's sound. And having the guy who was most responsible for Compton's signature sound and bring out all the people who helped him, YG, Dom Kennedy, Blast, that's really fucking cool. And Steve Lacy. I get that they're LA acts, Tyler the Creator and Steve Lacy. That's wild that they came out. That's so wild that they came out and they just did like 2 songs and they didn't do stuff. That's so crazy. Tyler the Creator and Steve Lacy don't exactly fit. They don't exactly fit in with the rest of that lineup. But it was really fucking awesome. When Tyler came out, everyone flipped the fuck out because it was probably such a surprise. Tyler and Drake are good friends. Drake headlined one of the early Flog Gnaw festivals, man. Got booed out of the building, but I had no idea Tyler would jeopardize a relationship with Drake doing this. Looks like he would. It's so crazy how far he's come. I've already talked about this so many different times, but it's insane how far he's come as an artist and how respected he is. He might be genuinely one of the big three. That fucking reaction he got, the electricity that was coursing through the entirety of his performance, it sounded like that's one of the guys. That's one of the big three. He only did like 2 songs. Actually, he did like 2 halves of his songs. He just did the first half of one and the first half of the other. And everyone ate it the fuck up. It ended with YG. I was like, that's the undercard? That's the fucking second act? We're not even done yet? What the fuck is Kendrick going to do? Kendrick doesn't make us wait long. Kendrick doesn't make us wait long at all. It starts immediately. And he opens with Euphoria. Everyone knew every fucking word of a 7-minute diss. And it ain't like it's like 4 bars or 8 bar like verses. It's like 30 fucking bars each part. God damn it. And the fucking audience knew it better than Kendrick did. I didn't think he was gonna do every verse, but he did. Every single fucking verse. 7-minute diss. He did every verse live. Underrated track, Euphoria. Underrated. Everyone's caught up on Not Like Us, but Euphoria is a fucking hit. I love that goddamn track. It was Euphoria into DNA and some other live staples. And then he starts to do Money Trees. And I'm like, if J-Rock doesn't get his ass on stage right now, if he doesn't get his ass on stage right now and do his goddamn verse, I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. And right on cue, imagine rock up in them projects where them niggas pick your pocket, Santa Claus. I was hyped as fuck. You don't know what that verse means to me. And I got to see J-Rock do it live. Granted, it was through a TV screen on the other side of the country, but I got to see him do it live. And I was like, okay, that's one member of Black Hippie. Who's the next one? And then Q came out. Or was it? No, Soul came out first. And Soul didn't do any songs with Kendrick. I was like, what the fuck? They got plenty of good songs together. What the fuck? I get that it's not like stadium music. I get that it's not something that would like exactly go crazy in a stadium. You ain't gonna do a single Ab Soul song, goddammit. And then I was like, okay, 2 down, 1 more. 1 more Black Hippie member. There's 1 more. Of course, Schoolboy Q is gonna be there. And he came, and they did Collard Greens, and I got to watch it live through a TV screen while it was broadcasting live on the other side of the country. But I got to see it live. I got to see Collard Greens live, goddammit. And then they did that part. I was like, oh, do the remix, do the that part remix. Come on, Black Hippie Posse cut, Black Hippie Posse cut. No. They just did King Kunta. And then Black Hippie got off stage. No. You know what else made me mad? Future's from Atlanta. Future is from Atlanta. He's not from LA. But if you're going to do King's Dead, at least play Future's part. We love Future's verse. It's the best verse Future has ever done. People are going to be mad when I say that, but I genuinely believe that. I get that he's from Atlanta, but everyone fucks with Future. New York, LA, down south, like come on. But it goes off like a pretty normal Kendrick concert after that. And then he brings Dr. Dre out, which, I'm going to just leave it there. We don't have to address that. So Dr. Dre does the intro to Not Like Us. And then I was like, okay, Not Like Us live. Hell yeah, he's doing Not Like Us live. Hell fucking yeah. I get to see Not Like Us live broadcasts from across the country. But I get to see it live. And then, he gets the A minor part, and he has that A minor as the crowd go like really long doing it. And he was like, you know what? Let's run the verse back. Let's run the verse all the way back. He runs the verse back, And it's still amazing. It's still really fucking fun. We're watching Not Like Us live. He's calling Drake a pedophile in front of millions of people at home and in person. How great is that? And then he stops it and he's like, let's run it back again. Like, okay, I'd like to hear the rest of the song, Kendrick, but okay. And then this time he goes through the whole song, right? The show's over. Time to go home. No. Not Like Us again. And it's still fun. We're still having fun. We're having a little less fun, but we're still having fun. And then he's like, let's do Not Like Us again, but with Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan. I'm starting to get tired. It's 10 o'clock on the goddamn East Coast. I'm an old motherfucking man. And then he's like, Not Like Us again. Not Like Us again. And he brings everyone on stage. Everyone's on stage. He does Not Like Us all the way through. The crowd is still wilding the fuck out, having the time of its life. All 3 million people that live in LA are in that arena that night, I assume, and they're vibing to Not Like Us for like the 4th or 5th time. Everyone's on stage, and Kendrick's like, again! Does Not Like Us again for a 5th time. And everyone there is still having fun. And me, I'm like, I need to go to bed, Kendrick. I'm really tired. I'm not there. Stop rubbing it in my face, the fact that I'm not there. I'm gonna watch every second of this, but I'd like to go to bed. Kendrick is not ready to like leave that moment. You know, he's very much like, this is like history. Crips, Bloods coming together and celebrating the West Coast and the death of Drake. We gotta celebrate. We gotta really treasure this moment, savor it. These people will probably never be on stage like this again. All of these people together in this moment, in the prime of their life, we're never going to see this again. And Kendrick is really milking it. He's like, let's take a picture. Let's take 100 pictures. Let's stay up here in this moment. West Coast forever. And I'm watching from fucking home. I'm having so much fun, dog. But I'm at home. If I was in that goddamn building, I would be like, I'd like to sleep here. But I was at home. I was at home, ready to go to bed. And then they finally leave. And as they're leaving, they play Not Like Us one more time. And I was secretly hoping for Kendrick to run back on stage. It's like, let's do it again! Let's do it again! We're not done! 7 more times! Let's break that Niggas in Paris record. Or was it Fiend? Fiend broke the record. Let's break the Fiend record! Yeah! We're not fucking done! We're never going home! So now the concert's over. As soon as the concert's over, everything becomes about what he didn't do. Where was Vince Staples? Meet the Grams? You didn't do Meet the Grams? Why didn't you do any of Mr. Morale? There's always something to be unhappy about. There's always a nit to pick. There's always something to make you angry, something to rage about online. Why wasn't Baby Keem there? I know he's not from LA, but who fucking cares? Kendrick Lamar can't make everything. I'm sad, you know, there was no Baby Keem. I'm sad there was no Vince Staples. I'm sad there was no Meet the Grams. But it was an amazing fucking show. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And I wasn't even fucking there. I was literally on the other side of the goddamn country. It was really fucking fun. It was really amazing. It really felt historic. Getting some of the biggest fucking musical acts, forget West Coast, East Coast, in the United States, in the world, on stage at the same time, in the same building, insane. And it was all because of hate. Hate, hate, hate. 2024 is the year of hating. This show does not happen without hate. I think I've said on this channel before, you can't make things out of anger, but I've realized you can make things out of hate. And Kendrick Lamar's performance this year is really proof of that. This show felt like a victory lap. It felt like a funeral. It felt like this shit is done by Drake. But Drake's not just gonna go away. Drake's not just going to like disappear. You know, Drake's not just going to flitter off into the ether. Like he's not done. And neither is Kendrick. There might be like, you know, cold periods. There might be pauses. There might be, you know, in between times. But this is Russia, USA. It's going to be happening forever. What's stopping Drake from doing a show in Canada? What's stopping Kendrick from doing a show in Canada? What's stopping Drake from doing a show in LA? What happens when Drake does a show in LA? Drake's gonna do a show in Oakland. Drake's gonna do a show in LA. I don't want anyone to die over fucking rap music. I don't want that to happen. But I also don't want this beef to end. This is really fucking fun. It's such a conundrum. Beef is fun and good, but it's also really scary. The entire show is a To Catch a Predator episode with Drake.
Track